Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my eyebrows and what I've been doing the last basically few months. I mean, I play around with my eyebrows, like what I do to them, but I've been using the same products for literally like at least 6 months now. For this one, I've been using it for almost a year. I got it last February, and then I got this in the summertime, maybe in August or July. But either way, I'm still using the exact same products and everything. So if you want to know how I do my eyebrows every day, just keep watching. Okay guys, so the tools that I'm going to use for my eyebrows are the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Blonde, a angled eyeshadow brush, which is what I use for the Dip Brow Pomade, and a pair of tweezers, and then I have this Tarte, I think it's part of the Amazonian clay, yeah, colored clay tinted brow gel in gray, and it just looks like this. It's just a little tiny like spoolie brush with a bit of color on it, and I'll touch my brow pomade up with that. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is kind of just have a shape of like how you want your eyebrows to be. So I take my tweezers and I'll just like tweeze around my eyebrows, just like if there's any hairs or anything that I don't want, I'll just like tweeze them out or whatever. So the next thing we're gonna do is take the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade and then the brush and just dip a little bit onto the brush. I don't always shut the lid tight enough, which dries it out, and that's why I used a lot of it up so quickly. I only got it a couple months ago. And like I have to like dig the product out because it's so dry now. So I recommend if you have this product or are gonna get this product to really make sure every time you shut the lid to like squeeze it tight, or else the air gets in and it dries out quicker. Okay, so how I do my eyebrows is I kind of look at them and say, okay, like I can clearly see like right here, there's a line right kind of like there and there. And no, my eyebrows do not match, and after I'm done my eyebrows, they're still not gonna match, but they're gonna look kind of like filled in and better than they do without filling in my eyebrows, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna start drawing kind of a little line, not like right here, but you kind of start like, what is that, like half an inch? Like we're gonna start right there, and just lightly, don't like shove it right onto your skin, just lightly go on. There. And then I'm gonna do it to the other side. If you need to put more product on, just go ahead, just again, be careful with it. And another little trick I do is once I dip it into the Dip Brow Pomade, I just go like this and just make the brush almost like flat, but at the same time it takes like the extra product off, if that makes sense. Okay, so and then I don't always do this, it really depends like how close you want your eyebrows to look. If you want them to look a bit closer, after you do the line, touch that top front corner, like where I was saying not to start at the beginning, when there's not as much on your brow, and just go like that a little bit. If you do this, it'll make like the bottom of your eyebrows look closer together, and if you don't do this, then it kind of makes your eyebrows look like they're starting a bit further apart. Either way, it still looks good. It's just kind of like if you want the faded look or like however. And then the next thing I do is go closer to the corner here, and then it's kind of weird, but I like go like this right at the bottom and draw the line, and I go to the top corner, so like that, like I flick it almost like up like that. like to the top here. And then I turn my brush kind of like this so that the corner that's like this part will be touching the top of the eyebrow, and then the corner that's the longer end will be like on the bottom, because then it's kind of dragging the product through the whole eyebrow. At the same time, I'm making that clean line at the top, like this eyebrow. I'm not actually touching my eyebrow right now, just showing you that it's just going like that. Like I'm making that line as I'm doing it. As you can see, I didn't start all the way at the front of my eyebrow. And once I get, like, my eyebrow obviously gets thinner, so I slowly turn the angle so it's straight. So it's kind of like this. I'll be starting it off and then like that. Okay. And now that we have kind of like the main shape of the body of the brow, like ignoring this part for now, I'm gonna take what's left on there and just fill in my eyebrow very lightly, like very lightly handed touching it, because I don't want this too colored in. So I just kind of do it as light as I can. Like I'm gonna stop there for now. Just gonna do the other eyebrow, which isn't the same shape. I realize that. Now I'm gonna do the kind of like arch. So I'm gonna start right here, and this is the curve. I'm gonna start at the beginning of the curve and go very lightly like that. So now I'm just kind of like dabbing it into the corner there.
Like this.
Now I'm just gonna lightly touch up like anything that I feel like needs to be touched up. One of my eyebrows is like, woo, and this one's like, bam, bam. It bothers me sometimes, but at the same time, like, when I only really notice it in pictures and stuff, and then when I just like look in the mirror, I don't always, like if I'm just like looking quickly in the mirror at like what I'm doing, I don't notice it. And it's just the shape of my eyebrows, so it's not like I can ask anyone to really change that without like making them thinner, and I don't want them thinner. So the next thing I am going to show you is taking that Tarte clay brow gel stuff in the color gray, and I just go like this over top of my eyebrow, and like lightly. I'm not like filling in my whole brow, I'm just going like this very lightly. It just helps fill in those patchy spots and make a cleaner line. Like that. Okay, and then for the eyebrow like hairs, the last thing we're gonna do is take this brow gel and just lightly, or if you want to put a lot on, put a lot on. It goes on wet and then dries and you don't see it. It just holds the eyebrows in place. So just like this. One thing that is very smart to do that I'm not gonna, well, I'll just do it. One thing to make your eyebrow shape a really nice shape is brushing the eyebrow hairs up, then straight across down like this. So you brush just so they're like not hanging down. And then you go do, and like that. There. And again. And one little thing I wanted to show you guys was just like highlighting just underneath the bone. So I'm gonna take Shimma Shimma by Makeup Geek and dip my finger in it and just go. You can use a brush if you want. I'm just lazy. Okay. And one trick you can do, I don't do it, so I'm not going to show you because then I'd be like showing you something that's not part of my current brow routine, is taking your concealer that you use for the day or foundation or maybe even some loose setting powder and taking like a brush or whatever and putting it just like that, cleaning up the line. Again, it's not part of my brow routine, so I'm not going to show it in this video. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Also, if you have any other like requests, I was thinking of doing my next tutorial being like my eyeliner routine, because I keep telling you in all my tutorials like, oh, if you want to see my brow routine or if you want to see my eyeliner routine, just let me know, because I'll like shorten those clips in my tutorials because they just take too long to show, and I just feel like it's not really part of like my eye look or whatever. It's just another thing I'm doing. And everyone does their eyeliner wing a little differently, but if you like how I do my eyeliner wing, then I will give you a tutorial on that. It's not perfect, I know that, but if you're new at it or if you just want to see me like how I do my eyeliner tutorial, I will show you. As well as any other suggestions that you have for me, just write them in the comment box below. I'll read them, comment back, and I'll be really quick to making those videos if I feel it is like in my category, which is makeup or hair or beauty, you know what I mean. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Again, give it a thumbs up to like it and then subscribe to my channel. Thanks guys, bye.